Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most memorable Joker scenes across movies, shows, and more.
Hi.
We'll be discussing spoilers, so consider this your warning. Number 30, Almost Killing Batman. Batman the Animated Series.
I want a nice clean game, gentlemen.
That'll be a first.
There have been countless times when the Joker has nearly killed the Dark Knight. And in Almost Got Him, he shares one of these tall tales with his fellow villains over a game of cards. He reveals how, in signature Joker fashion, he held an entire studio hostage and strapped Batman into an electric chair. Spoiler alert, Batman didn't end up getting fried, but that shouldn't take away from the level of detail Joker put into designing such an elaborate death trap.
The laughter-activated electric chair. Yes, sir, the merest titter or guffaw starts the chair's generator revving up towards maximum zappage.
If anything, it just goes to show how much Joker cares about him. After all, he doesn't go all out for just anyone. Though he still came up short, we're giving Joker an A for effort here.
The thing you're forgetting is that there are all sorts of ways to get someone.
Number 29, Jeromes Confession, Gotham.
She was supposed to be home ages ago.
Your relative?
Her son, Jerome.
Though he and his twin brother Jeremiah would never quite get to morph into a fully realized version of the Joker, Jerome was still simply incredible as the proto-clown prince of crime. And there hasn't been a moment in Gotham quite as iconic as Jerome's not-so-humble beginnings.
Do you think I used to be the handsome one, right?
When circus performer Lila Valeska is found murdered, the GCPD conducts an investigation into who did it. But the real kicker is the end when her son Jerome reveals that it was actually him. He suddenly goes from a meek little kid to a scheming psychopath, all with the flip of a switch. This moment proved that Cameron Monaghan had the makings of a fantastic Joker. And more impressively, he pulled it off here without the iconic look, too.
You know.
Number 28. You wouldn't get it. Joker.
What's so funny?
It's just like of a joke.
The Joker movie is a wild ride that documents Arthur Fleck's descent into madness, culminating in the creation of his alter ego, the Joker. But when everything is said and done, it's what happens after the fact that shows just how changed Arthur has become.
Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy.
While being held in a mental health facility, Arthur laughs wildly while smoking a cigarette. When his psychiatrist asks him a question, he responds in an interesting way.
You wouldn't get it.
It's a moment that shows him in control. He's really no longer Arthur, he's the Joker. And shockingly, he's happy. It's probably better if his way of healing wasn't by becoming a psychotic clown who incites mob violence, but hey, what are we going to be able to do about it?
There's no punchline. It's not a joke.
Number 27, Using Ace to Hypnotize Millions, Justice League.
Don't touch that remote. I know it's heartbreaking to have your favorite shows preempted, but look what you're getting instead. Me!
In the episode Wild Cards, Joker decides to go beyond Gotham to spread his signature blend of terror across the country.
Here's how we do this little tango. I've tucked away a great big time bomb somewhere on the Vegas Strip. Only the Justice League can stop it.
His sinister plan does not just involve waging war on the Justice League. It also involves exploiting a young metahuman named Ace. By taking advantage of her mental abilities, he's able to get everyone who views his broadcast hypnotized.
But enough with the jargon. She can make you crazy just by looking at you. In person or on TV.
Yes, Ace was the one technically doing it, but it was Joker's manipulation that made the whole thing possible. If his plan succeeded, he would have melted millions of the viewers' minds. Yeesh, Joker's messed up antics really prove how little he values people's lives.
Even as I speak, millions of you slack-jawed couch potatoes are losing your grip on reality, which in my opinion is highly overrated anyway.
Number 26, Killed by Tim Drake, Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker.
I'll begin with how I peeled back the layers of the boy's mind.
Joker is infamous for his sadistic methods and particularly hostile treatment towards the Robins. And one of the most startling instances comes from Return of the Joker. Flashbacks reveal how he and Harley kidnapped and tortured Tim Drake. Essentially, he brainwashed him into a mini version of himself.
Here you go, sonny boy. Make Daddy proud.
If that wasn't traumatizing enough, Joker ordered Tim to kill an injured Batman. Thankfully, Tim would manage to muster up enough strength to rebel against Joker and shoot him in the chest, seemingly killing him.
That's not funny. That's not...
It's another instance where the clown dies that is just downright chilling. You might find a little bit of humor in him getting shot by his own gun, but the amount of psychological damage he inflicted up until this moment remains haunting.
It's okay, Tim. It's okay.
Number 25. Accidentally discovering Batman's identity. Harley Quinn.
Who would have thought my 25th birthday month would be so blah?
If you thought the Joker wanted to learn Batman's secret identity, you were wrong. Well, at least in regard to the version of him from the Harley Quinn show. When he successfully captures Batman, Scarecrow excitedly unmasks him, much to Joker's anger.
Don't you think I would have done that had I wanted to? Half the fun of our relationship was the mystery.
The situation then devolves into a comical rant where he airs his grievances against Bruce Wayne and Wayne Tech. We really hate to admit it, but some of his complaints, namely the electric cars, are actually pretty solid.
Wayne Tech promised an electric car by this year. I put a deposit down.
The Joker figuring out Batman's identity would have been iconic either way. But the little comedic subversion that happens here is arguably one of the funniest moments in the entire show. Number 24. Bathroom Dance. Joker. We know that Joker 2 is going to be big on music, but you can totally see music in a huge way with this moment from the first movie as well. After killing several businessmen that were attacking him, Arthur flees into a bathroom. While the atmosphere is tense at first, the scene then takes a big mood swing. No doubt filled with adrenaline, Arthur finds himself inspired to break out into an impromptu dance number. The way he moves in rhythm with the Academy Award-winning score in the background gives off an eerie vibe. It's like we're watching his descent into madness in real time. And when you add the ambiance of the dingy bathroom to the mix, you get an iconic aesthetic.
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
Number 23. Plaguing Batman's Mind. Batman Arkham Knight.
Can you hear me, Bruce?
What, just because Joker died in Arkham City you expected him to be gone forever? Think again. In Arkham Knight, it's revealed that after a blood transfusion, Batman becomes infected by the Joker's blood, which is one hell of a way to leave your mark. As the infection spreads, the Dark Knight experiences numerous haunting hallucinations.
Jason, I thought you were dead.
They include multiple memories of the Twisted Clown torturing his loved ones, and at some points, Batman is urged by him to kill. Gotta hand it to him. Even when he's 6 feet in the ground, the Joker still finds a way to spread his signature blend of chaos everywhere.
Don't worry about Robin, Batsy. I'm sure he won't die. Well, fairly certain anyway.
Number 22. Daring Batman to hit him. The Dark Knight.
Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Come on!
Heath Ledger's Joker is generally considered to be the best portrayal of them all, and that is in no small part thanks to his ability to toy around with Batman. He plays mind games against everyone in Gotham, and that mental manipulation factors in again during this scene. With Batman close enough to strike, Joker dares the hero to hit him with the Bat Cycle. It's definitely not smart to urge someone to run you over, but Joker just doesn't care. He actually doesn't have any real reason to be scared anyway, because he knows that Batman wouldn't actually hit him.
Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me!
Hit me!
He's taking sick pleasure out of taunting him, and it's that kind of dominance Joker possesses that has made him such a dangerous villain.
See, I'm not a monster.
I'm just ahead of the curve.
Number 21. Getting the last laugh. Batman, Mask of the Phantasm.
You just don't know when to quit, do you?
While it's not actually the last time we saw the DCAU's Joker, this ominous moment from Mask of the Phantasm sure made it look like it was gonna be. Finally caught by Andrea Beaumont, aka the Phantasm, the bloodthirsty vigilante seeks vengeance for her father's murder.
One way or another, it ends tonight.
However, the amusement park they're in starts to collapse all around, placing them in imminent danger. With certain doom sinking in, Joker simply takes the moment in stride. It's pretty clear that he doesn't even care what happens to him in the end. Laughing even in the face of total destruction. It's the Joker way.
For once, I'm stuck without a punchline.
Number 20. Stair Dance. Joker. After adding his former coworker Randall to his growing body count, Arthur Fleck fixes his clown makeup, throws on a colorful suit, and heads out to his TV interview. But before getting in front of a camera, he decides to dance out his feelings on a long set of stairs. Arthur's joyful and manic moves have a dark undertone to them. As he dances down the steps with blood on his hands, he descends deeper into insanity. Arthur's dance resonated with audiences so much that fans went to the real-life shooting location in New York City to imitate him. Although the locals weren't too pleased with the tourists, they couldn't stop Joker's dance from becoming a cultural phenomenon. Number 19. The Joker's TV special, Batman.
And now, people of Gotham City, the moment you have all been waiting for.
The Joker was always a fan of theatrics. In the villain's grand scheme to hijack the SS Gotham, the Joker baits Batman and the Boy Wonder to the Gotham City Opera Company, where he knew they would attempt to capture him. Having been defeated by Batman's gas pellets earlier in the episode, the villain decides to get even with some chemicals of his own. Subduing the two with sneezing powder, Joker now plans to unveil Batman and Robin's secret identities on live television. This puts quite a twist on the show's typical death trap cliffhanger, and is a scheme worthy of the Clown Prince of Crime.
Could this mean curtains? Will the identities of our dynamic duo be revealed to the whole world? Is this the end of their career as crime fighters? Can they avert disaster? Answers tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Number 18. Black Mask's Henchman. Batman Under the Red Hood. Most villains know better than to make a deal with the Joker, but after nearly being assassinated by the Red Hood, Black Mask decides to ask the clown for help.
I need you to murder the Red Hood. Do you think you can handle that?
Black Mask gathers his henchmen and breaks into Arkham Asylum to talk to an imprisoned Joker. When the clown is asked if he could handle taking out the new villain, he murders all the goons in the room. Once they're all dead, Joker agrees to accept the job, if Black Mask gives him more henchmen.
Anything else?
I'll need some guys. Not these guys, because, well, they're kind of dead.
This short scene perfectly captures how unpredictable and sadistic the clown can be. The Joker is so manic and terrifying that even the intimidating Black Mask will give the clown whatever he wants. Number 17. The Pencil Trick. The Dark Knight. Shortly after stealing money from every mob boss in Gotham, the Joker crashes their private meeting.
How about a magic trick?
He offers to make up for his intrusion by showing them a magic trick with a pencil. After the mob chooses a volunteer, the Joker makes the pencil disappear into the volunteer's eye.
It's gone.
His brutal magic trick was a great way to show how reckless Heath Ledger's Joker was. Even when he's outnumbered, this version of the Clown Prince will not hesitate to satisfy his most primal desires. Unsurprisingly, the Joker's brutality and boldness eventually wins the mob over, and they hire him to kill Batman. Let's just hope they didn't hire the clown to do any magic shows. Number 16. What he does to a hospital. The Dark Knight. Seeing an empty yet functional hospital explode should be a tragedy, but the Joker managed to turn the event into a properly funny moment. After throwing on a nurse's outfit, the not-so-serious one detonates the massive number of explosives he placed inside of Gotham General Hospital. While walking away from the flames, the explosions suddenly stop. A confused and disappointed Joker messes around with the detonator until the explosions begin again. The way the Joker reacts to everything in the scene is priceless. He has fun setting off the explosives and seems genuinely surprised when they start up after the delay. Heath Ledger's fantastic comedic timing kept us laughing throughout this explosive scene, even though it feels so wrong. Number 15, and the crowd goes wild. Joker. Throughout 2019's Joker, Gotham's poorest citizens are mistreated and neglected by the rich. So, when Arthur kills 3 wealthy businessmen while wearing clown makeup, the disenfranchised citizens of Gotham see him as a hero. They are so dedicated to their murderous idol that they even break him out of police custody. When Arthur finds himself surrounded by his new fans, he paints a bloody smile on his face and greets them as the Joker. Although it's unclear if this crowd scene was real or one of Arthur's frequent delusions, the news reports throughout the film paint an undeniable truth. The Joker's twisted actions inspired people to embrace their worst instincts. Number 14. The Joker has the Bat family for dinner. Death of the family. If your arch nemesis ever invites you over for supper, just politely decline. After capturing most of the Bat family, Nightwing, Robin, Red Hood, and Batgirl in 2012's Death of the Family, the Joker forces Batman to surrender, subsequently electrocuting him and knocking him unconscious. When the Dark Knight wakes up, he finds that the Joker has seated him at a mock dinner party, surrounded by his friends, whose faces are covered with bloody rags and have been doused in gasoline. The Joker, with the help of a brainwashed Alfred, served the gang up with what he claims to be their own severed faces. If that isn't nightmare fuel, we don't know what is. Number 13. The Joker reveals himself. Batman.
Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. And as you can see, I'm a lot happier.
While we cannot say enough good things about Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker, Jack Nicholson's performance in the 1989 Batman film is just as haunting and memorable.
What can I do for you?
Oh, little song, little dance, Batman's head on a lance. Tell me, what do you know about?
I don't know anything about Batman.
When crime boss Carl Grissom conspires to have his rival Jack Napier killed during a heist gone wrong, Jack is reborn as the Joker. Imagine Grissom's surprise when Jack shows up in his office, alive and seemingly well. It is revealed, however, that being doused with toxic waste and the subsequent reconstructive surgery left him with a very unique appearance, and quite the personality disorder.
The pen is truly mightier than the sword.
Number 12. His first appearance, Batman #1.
The Joker. He's included in the Comedians Hall of Fame after all.
One must ask oneself, has the Joker always been this maniacal and random? Well, his first appearance in 1940's Batman #1 as Gotham's most twisted crime boss shows us that yes, he was.
Come, my puckish partners in plunder! Batman has been outwitted, and the fabulous jewel collection is ours!
The Joker makes his own grand introduction via a live radio broadcast, announcing the murders and crimes he plans to commit. Besides this, he also takes down some of the city's most infamous gangsters and abducts Robin all at the same time. The villain is eventually captured by Batman and sent to prison, and thus begins one of the most interesting hero-villain relationships in comic book history.
No, you complete me.
You're garbage who kills for money.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be. To them, you're just a freak. Like me.
Number 11. The Joker's strange philosophy. The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger's Joker loved to get deep.
What happened to the rest of the guys?
Working on orders from the Joker to kill each other off as they work their way through a bank heist, one henchman remains by the end.
Look at you. What do you believe in, huh? What do you believe in?
Revealed to be none other than the Joker himself, the Clown Prince of Crime is soon given the chance to share part of his strange outlook on life.
Whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you a stranger.
Joker's reply could be his way of telling us that a violent past turned him into an unpredictable criminal, but his philosophy could just as easily apply to Bruce Wayne's Batley motivations. After surviving a traumatic past, what's stranger than dressing up like a bat every night? No matter how you choose to interpret it, Joker's post-heist philosophy lesson is strangely genius. Number 10. The Joker drives Superman insane. Injustice. Gods Among Us. The Joker, tired of losing to Batman, decides to, quote, try it on easy mode and go up against Superman instead. In Injustice Gods Among Us, the Joker murders Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen and kidnaps a pregnant Lois Lane. Using kryptonite-infused scarecrow toxin, the Joker tricks the now delusional Man of Steel into killing Lois Lane. As if that wasn't funny enough, Joker rigged a nuclear bomb to detonate in Metropolis when Lois dies, destroying Superman's home. Yikes. Superman kills the Joker as reprisal, but this was all part of the Joker's plan. Since because he was never able to defeat Batman, maybe an enraged and insane Superman will do it for him. Number 9. You Complete Me. The Dark Knight.
You wanted me. Here I am.
During the Dark Knight's iconic interrogation scene, the Joker is asked why he tried to kill Batman. The Madman laughs and insists he never wanted to murder the Bat. The Joker then quotes Jerry Maguire.
You complete me.
In 3 short words, Joker gives us huge insight into his relationship with the Bat. Joker commits horrendous crimes in Gotham in order to get Batman's attention. The Dark Knight is forced to confront the fact that his twisted dynamic with the Clown Prince has cost innocent people their lives.
I think you and I are destined to do this forever.
This scene is a brilliant encapsulation of Batman and Joker's relationship. And to think, it all began with a quote from a rom-com. Number 8. A captivating catchphrase. Batman. After killing Thomas and Martha Wayne, Jack Napier asks Bruce Wayne,
"You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?"
Years later, the Joker asks Bruce the same question.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Once Batman realizes Joker and Jack are the same person, he becomes more determined to take the clown down. But the catchphrase that set Batman off is a great metaphor for the Joker. It's dramatic, thought-provoking, and insanely memorable. But the real irony of the phrase is that there's no actual meaning behind it.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
The Joker just asks the question for fun. Unfortunately for him, he gets a taste of his own medicine when Batman delivers the moonlight question with a side of punch. Number 7. Batman makes the Joker laugh. Batman, Arkham City.
That actually is pretty funny.
Batman and the Joker have never been able to see eye to eye when it comes to humor, but irony is something the two can both appreciate. In one last desperate attempt to steal the serum that would cure him of venom sickness, the Joker blindsides Batman with a knife, which only results in the hero dropping the antidote to the floor. Devastated and hopeless, the villain attempts to sip on the last few droplets left from the spill, while Batman reminds the Joker that he would have never chosen to let him die.
Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
Number 6. The Joker dies. The Dark Knight returns.
It's finally here, isn't it? The moment we both dreamed about.
Batman's deepest internal battle is remaining a symbol of justice, and the Joker's prime directive is to persistently challenge that very notion.
All the people I've murdered by letting you live.
Like we saw in our previous entry, the Joker has met his demise at various points in his mythos. However, none of these other instances stacks up to his death in Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. In a desperate struggle, Batman was forced to snap the Joker's neck, but only enough to paralyze him. Opting not to kill him as it would destroy his moral code as well as public appeal, the Joker finishes the job himself as one last parting gift to dear old Bats. Number 5. Live with Murray Franklin. Joker.
My name's Arthur.
Oh, okay. Well, there's something special about you, Arthur, I could tell.
Aspiring comedian Arthur Fleck dreamed of being on The Murray Franklin Show. Unfortunately, that wish only came true when a video of his comedy routine was presented and mocked by the talk show host on national TV.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
When Arthur's invited to appear on the show, he requests Murray call him Joker and packs a gun.
You think that killing those guys is funny?
After the interview inevitably goes south, Joker shocks the audience by killing Murray on live TV. It's impossible to look away from either the carnage or Joaquin Phoenix's Academy Award-winning performance as Arthur in the scene. His realistic and chilling acting helped cement the moment Arthur went past the point of no return and truly became the Joker. Number 4. The Joker paralyzes Barbara Gordon. Batman, the Killing Joke. If there's one thing the Joker cannot stand, it's those that just don't laugh at his humor. In 1988's The Killing Joke, the villain decides to bring none other than Commissioner Gordon into his construct of madness by shooting and paralyzing his daughter in their own home. To add insult to injury, the Joker takes pictures of Barbara Gordon's crippled body and forces her father to view them on his twisted carnival ride. Not only is this horrifying event every parent's worst nightmare, but the physical and mental damage the Joker inflicted upon Barbara would become a permanent aspect of her character.
Dad!
Barbara, are you all right? Did he hurt you?
What are you doing?
Number 3. Why so serious? The Dark Knight.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
As eloquent as he is maniacal, the Joker really knows how to tell a story.
I stick a razor in my mouth and do this.
And while we may never know the truth behind how he got his scars, we can't deny the tension he created when he told his tale at Harvey Dent's fundraiser while pulling a blade to Rachel Dawes' mouth.
Now I'm always smiling.
However, it's an earlier scene in which he recounts an entirely different version of his scars' origin to Gamble that still gives us chills to this day.
He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?"
Those last 3 words, which he repeats to terrifying effect just before ending the mob boss's life, really set the stakes for the remaining associates, who were left to battle it out to the death for a chance to join the Joker. Number 2. The Joker does away with Jason Todd. Batman number 427.
Wow, that looked like it really hurt.
As ruthless and cold as we know this villain to be, there's no getting past how utterly disturbing this moment in comic book history was. In A Death in the Family, Jason Todd's Robin parts ways with Batman in order to find his real mother. After reuniting with her, the Joker kidnaps the two and brutally beats Jason halfway to death with a crowbar. Batman arrives on the scene just a moment too late, as the Joker blows both Jason and his mother up in a fiery explosion. Out of every act of villainy the Joker has committed against Batman and his allies, this was one of the ones that cut the deepest. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Joker makes Batman laugh. Batman, the Killing Joke. Alan Moore's groundbreaking graphic novel follows the Joker's attempts to drive Jim Gordon insane.
I've demonstrated there's no difference between me and everyone else. All it takes is one bad day.
After Batman saves the Commissioner, the Mad Clown delivers a memorable speech where he insists one bad day can drive a person crazy. But the highlight of the story comes when Batman offers to help his longtime enemy. Joker politely refuses and tells a joke.
But the second guy said, "What do you think I am? Crazy? You just turn it off when I'm halfway across."
Oh, excuse me.
Instead of ignoring him, Batman shocked everyone by laughing. His laughter could indicate that he finally snapped. Then again, maybe Batman had a genuine moment of connection with the Joker. Both the comic and movie adaptation let the audience decide how this wonderfully complex story ends. By making Batman laugh, Joker created an iconic moment between the duo that comes with a multiple-choice conclusion. Is there an all-time classic Joker moment we missed? Spread the lunacy in the comments.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you? Huh?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.